Alright, unfortunately, it's now 11:25. We will probably not be able to finish reading this book tonight. Boo! We are on page 340. I have to reread what it was at the start because I got a phone call that interrupted. And then my phone ran out of space, so I had to transfer it, do a bunch of crap because bullshit about technology getting worse instead of more blah 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 blah. Okay, I was on the next page, I guess. Yeah, I was on page 341. I'm confused. Hold on. Oh, crap. Sanja's pretending to be scared and is pretending that Zedi is her master, so she says, because everybody's letting Sanja say stuff for no fucking reason at all. They're just letting Sanja approach because, like every other Martha Wells story, the villains have to be made into fucking idiots for the plot to work. So, Sanja says, "My master the witch says she will trade the Finding Stone for the lives of her companions if you will first let her use it to locate and release Taren Stargard. She asks Kaisteron to please cooperate and to remember how we left the summer halls together. Because, whatever." And I turned the light off. Yeah, turn it back on. It's too dark. It did pretty cute. It's way too dark in this damn room with only the one light. Hi, what are you doing? Anytime I'm talking like that, I'm talking to a cat. pausing. You can come and sit with me, pretty kitty. They're just gonna stare at me. Sanja lifted her gaze. This is page 343. Her eyes were wide, and she did something with her shoulders and the angle of her head that took at least 2 years off her already slight age. How old is she? We still don't know how old Sanja is. Page 344. Arn and Nefa can also just throw spells at people, because I guess everybody can do that now. Kai snatched up Sanja and threw her to Ramad. Ramad, the man who has probably broken ribs and has some kind of concussion and is in no way fit to be carrying a child. Oh my gosh, you're being so dramatic. That was a cat jumping onto a table and almost missing because another cat distracted her. You're fine. Do you want to come sit with me? I'm gonna not step on anybody. It's fine. You're just scaring each other because you're dummies. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, you can make friends. Be friends. You don't need to scare each other. Nobody needs to fall off the table. You have your tongue stuck up like a silly little baby. None of the cats ever want to sit with me when I'm doing this. They just want to stare at me and cause loud chaos in the background. The message of, remember how we left the summer halls in the first place? It was running from a flood. So Ziti has somehow sent a giant wave of water towards them, including towards Sanja. Completely unnecessarily, but whatever. Oh yeah, I'm on the next page now. Page 346. Some serious levels of fucking racism going on here. Kai breaks Arn Nefa's Cavanesi pin, the wooden icon that identifies which clan you're from the fake indigenous people that Martha Wells made up to pin her obsession with eugenics and pedophilia on. And so Kai is first denying Arn Nefa the goddamn name Arn Nefa as part of that culture that is supposed to be their cultural heritage for fucking bullshit reasons, and is now destroying the literal only icon that she has left of that cultural heritage because she's the bad guy. You genuinely cannot make me feel bad for Kai about anything, because if you tell me he's in pain, that just means he's getting unlimited amounts of power, so why should I fucking care? The bullshit magic continues to bullshitify. So yeah, if you're gonna read this book, literally just mentally replace Arnsterath with Arn Nefa, her actual fucking name, which is a bad name, but it's still her fucking name. We're saying that Sanja and Ramad are perfectly fine because, and I quote, Sanja must have been able to give Ramad enough warning to get them away from the main force of the torrent. No, you threw her at Ramad after this whole shit started. But whatever. Sanja is grinning about all of this for some reason because she's not actually a character who's meant to make sense. She's just there to be found family despite being abused. And not existing for a good 100 fucking pages. Tenez is unconscious and ZD just dropped her off. They've got the flying fucking lesser stupid immortal people flying little raft thing. Immortal Lady is claiming that the hierarchs use these stones to keep us under control. So that we can pretend that the immortal fantasy Nazis aren't actually immortal fantasy Nazis. The original immortal fantasy, maybe not immortal, the original fantasy Nazis use stones that just let you find shit to keep them under control in some unexplained way. On page 348. Totally, the immortal fantasy Nazis, they're not really Nazis. They didn't do it on purpose. They had no choice. We're just being told on page 349 with absolutely no lead up that Sanja and Tenez can somehow communicate, specifically from Tenez to Sanja. Sanja says, "When you left, we started exploring, mostly in that big stable next to where the boats used to be. It kept going back into the side of the hill, all these rooms, but they were empty except for trash. We got to a place in the very far back with a stone wall, but it was wet. Tenez said she didn't think this place would last too many more years, but something had gone wrong on the other side and water was going to push through eventually. I mean, I didn't understand some of the words she was using, so she kind of had to act it out, but that was basically it. It's like, when did Tenez ever actually fucking learn witch speak? Hey, I'm just poking you. Hold on, kitty's being dramatic. Let's continue. The kitty can't stop trying to knock things over. Yeah, when did Sanja actually get a chance to learn witch speak? Because we were told one time that she was starting to learn some basic words, and then it was never brought up again. And also, any of those concepts, they're causing problems. Alright, cats need to stop being dramatic. Yeah. Sanja was never given the opportunity to learn more than a few basic words in witch speak. Why don't you come and sit with me? Turning to page 350. Nope, you gotta get down. You're not allowed to knock the computer down. Come here. Come here. Yeah! Are you actually gonna listen? Yay! You're gonna sit with me? Come here, you wanna sit in front of the camera? Good boy, come here. He's actually listening for once. Come here. Come say hi to YouTube. Come here. Good boy, come here. He's just gonna stand here now. Come here, pretty kitty. Oh, he's like, nope, I'm leaving. All right. Why? You don't want to sit with me? You don't want to sit with me? Look, did you not see this right here? Look at this. Here you go. Eat that. Ugh. I guess they have the Finding Stone now, so Dahin is like still East Ziti, as in that's where whatever the fuck her wife's name is. Yes, she sounded odd, and Kai looked up to see her frowning at the stone. Dahin laughed. It would be ironic if we were heading toward B'nai Sarik, to be going to the same place that Bashasa took us when we escaped from here the first time. Yes, Ziti said grimly, meeting Kai's gaze. That would be ironic. It's really not. It's not clever. I think Martha Wells thinks it's clever to just have them be going the same way that they were before, which we're about to see in The Past. The Journey. Let's read this bullshit. The prince heirs of the Araik city-states were always drawn from powerful families, inheritors of a martial tradition that had been fading. ... Scions of these families would be risen to the status of ruling prince heir through a combination of approval by a council of artisans and tradesmen, support among the other contending families, and acclaim by the city's population. Candidates had to be well known, active in good works, and the business of their city, and successful prince heirs would serve a term of some years. This system was much open to manipulation, and competition among the eligible families could be intense, but violence was rare and not well regarded. ... After wholesale slaughter in the Arkai, The hierarchs decided that the Arik's command of trade routes and their artisans and farmers were more useful alive than dead, at least for a time. Journal of Hiranin Desal, late Prince Heir of Sidel Arik. Just more Martha Wells saying, ooh, royalty should get to win. But it's okay this time because reasons. Now on page 352. Thank God there's only this much left. Okay, I guess these guys are the ones who blew up the bridge. Because Bashasa's saying, we're gonna blow up the bridge. When they got there in the present, they were acting like that was a recent fucking thing. Relatively. It's also just very biologically essentialist and racist. If we are going with the premise that Kai is Seredi because they fucking sex trafficked him and groomed him, that now Martha Wells is now claiming that because he is in a different body, that means he's not Seredi anymore because it's blood quantum. Martha Wells is literally now saying that Kai cannot be considered a Seredi because he's in a body that's not Seredi, even though he's still the exact same fucking person. It's blood quantum. Form of genocide, white supremacy, biological essentialism. It's blood quantum. And it's just being presented as 100% fucking true, not under question, because Martha Wells is fucking racist. Martha Wells is literally saying that if you are an indigenous person and you get your mind taken out of your body and put in somebody else's body, that like a white person or whatever, literally anybody else, that means that you're not indigenous anymore. Because Martha Wells is fucking racist and has no idea how any of this shit works. Now on page 353. We don't even get an explanation for why they're called wall walkers. And that's one word, uncapitalized. And we still don't know what they actually fucking look like, besides they're tall and they have fur. That's not fucking description. And Martha Wells is desperately trying to convince us that Kai has gotten weaker. Looked weird. My shoulder looked weird out of the corner of my eye. I think I had a mosquito bite. Martha Wells is desperately trying to convince us that Kai has been weakened because he left Enna's body because he can't see in the dark as well. And gains literally all of the knowledge that this man had, including the ability to use expositor magic. And Martha Wells is desperately trying to convince us that not being able to see in the dark as well, when he can summon imps, as we all know, whenever he wants, that's a real downside. That's a real disadvantage. He's so weak compared to before. Pity him, pity him. I guess Martha Wells just likes the word abraded. That's really getting irritating. Kai followed them. As they came around behind the wall walker, he tripped on a broad square stone. This was the road, then. He grimaced, flexing his abraded foot. This was going to take getting used to. Like, what? Stop. How many times has she used the word? She's used the word abraded a lot in this book and in places when it doesn't fucking work. Like right there. That doesn't work. And also, when she said that the sword sliced his abraded flesh or something like that. And it's like, it's either abrading or it's slicing. You gotta pick one of those things. They're all just standing around in the dark. We've wasted 3 pages so far of them deciding how they're gonna destroy the bridge for some fucking reason. Now on page 354. There's a line break. They're still doing it. On page 354, we get a tiny fucking shred of world building that we should have gotten at the start of the book. Kai took off his coat and skirt to make the climb easier. Even though he was still fully dressed in his tunic and leggings, this apparently scandalized the soldiers, who all quickly looked away or turned their backs. That's actual world building. That's the second fucking shred of any actual world building we have ever seen in this whole entire book. 354 pages. This, and there's only 2 moments of actual world building. I swear to God. So that's on page 354 to 355. Congratulations. Out of 414. Let me open the calculator. Where did my calculator go? Oh, it got moved. I was like, what the fuck? .74% of the way through this book, and we get our second instance of world building. Finally. Martha Wells is trying to say that indigenous people that are nomads don't know what chairs are. Nope, you can't sit up here right now. I'm sorry. That's where my phone is. Oh, don't fall. Okay, yeah, come back up. Yeah. Now you just gotta go back down. You can't sit up here. I got the camera here. Watch out. Don't just meow at me. Watch out, pretty kitty. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look, here you go. There you go. You want me to get you some more? Are you just picky? Here you go. I don't know if you can see the pink on my arm. That's all the times just from today. And I'm pretty sure I erased some earlier because we needed to do something. Or maybe that was yesterday. But we're at 28. 28 for instance of us just randomly getting told shit that has no hint at all in the thing at all. That's absurdity. Yeah, we're on page 355. Martha Wells is claiming that nomadic indigenous people, don't know what chairs are. So don't grasp the concept of a thing with 4 legs. If you take out 2 of the legs, it'll fall forward. Crouching on a cross brace, Kai has climbed under the bridge because they're trying to figure out how to destroy the bridge. Crouching on a cross brace, Kai saw that you don't need to know her name, blah blah, had been trying to describe. The supports fit together so that if the end of one collapsed, the beam would shift and might fall. She had kept saying it was like a chair, but the Soretti didn't use this kind of construction, period, or chairs, period. So we're expected to believe that the Soretti have no fucking furniture with that balances on 4 legs at all, and have never seen that, and that Kai, in the whole time he's been in this place, has never seen a fucking chair. It's just fucking ridiculousness. Especially because why wouldn't the Soretti have chairs? From what tiny scraps of information we have, they lived in massive communal tents that seem to move around only very fucking rarely. What do you mean they don't have chairs? What are they sitting on? Are they just sitting on the ground? You have to explain that. You can't just tell us on page 355 that they didn't have chairs and had nothing like this kind of construction. You mean like balancing things? They don't have tables? You have to explain this shit back at the very start of this fucking book in the chapter fucking 3 when we first went back in time. You can't just tell us this shit on page 355 out of 414. 85.74% of the way through. That's not how this fucking works. Still, it's just so fucking pathetic, I swear to God. Oh, that's another one. I shouldn't have to be giggling about this, but I am. That's 23. Zedi had said he was an expositor as well as a demon now. Kai concentrated on the fire intention, his new body. I'm not making you say his name. I'm not saying his name again. He concentrated on the fire spell. I'll just be replacing all the words that are unnecessary with the basic word. Kai concentrated on the fire spell his new body had taught him, drawing on the pain still in his body. I'll say this part exactly because it's just so fucking stupid. The bottomless well, the pain still in his body, comma, the bottomless well the cageling demon court had left in his own mind. Because we're pretending that was traumatic, I guess, and that it's still causing him pain, even though we've established 50 million fucking times over now that water doesn't actually hurt him. It doesn't fucking bother him in any way. He can get splashed in the goddamn present with a wall of what we've been repeatedly told is super magically poisonous water, and he's literally fucking fine. No, I don't fucking believe you. Turning to page 356. You can't sit here. This is the one spot you can't sit, pretty kitty. You gotta go somewhere else. You can sit with me. You just can't sit right here. Can I have my bookmark? Can I have my bookmark, please? Thank you. Excuse me. I need my bookmark. You're gonna... Can you not? You're gonna knock the phone over. Yeah, you can sit there if you just like... Alright, I'm just gonna end this video because this cat wants attention. And it's gonna be night time. It's midnight almost. And I'm just gonna pet her. So bye!